Adrian Paolo says, what do you guys think could have made the men's Royal Rumble match better? I know Booker T doesn't like to book the show, so what does the Bo Brad think? A lot of people didn't like the men's Royal Rumble. That was what I heard the most feedback on. And as far as the Rumble, I don't know if you got to see the whole thing, because I know that you worked half the show.
I got to see most of it. I left and I missed the Bobby and Brock confrontation live. I got a chance to watch some of it on YouTube as far as just some highlights of it and whatnot. But I got a chance to watch most of it. I think the men's Royal Rumble was missing those organic surprises.
I agree.
I think that's what that's what it was missing. I think it was missing, just say for instance, what have I got? You RVD show up. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. I think that's what I think the Royal Rumble was pretty much kind of like built on. Who are we going to see that we just totally didn't expect to see? But man, we are so happy to see them. One of those type of moments. And I think we missed out on that. I think the Royal Rumble this year was about the finish.
It was mainly about how we were going to go out with Brock coming in at number 30. But here's the thing. The first like 2/3 of the Rumble, the men's Rumble, was a little slow, in my opinion. It's like, okay, here's this guy, here's this guy. It was a little formulaic. It was a lot of people who we see all the time. There wasn't, like you said, there wasn't that awe factor. There was a couple fun things in the beginning. Johnny Knoxville, by the way, shout out to Johnny Knoxville. This guy took a shot from AJ. He took a big old splash from Montez. He took a haluva kick from Sammy.
Oh man, he was jackass like in living color. You know what I mean? I'm serious. It was unbelievable.
And it didn't look like anybody was holding back. Like these things were getting laid in. And I can even see Knoxville saying, hey guys, make sure I feel it out there. That's what that guy is. He wants to live off of that. We had Knoxville at the beginning. I think he was out early. And then there was no real surprises at all up until the last 10 entrants is where you started to get some big names. You had Randy come out. You had Bad Bunny as a surprise. You had Shane McMahon as a surprise. You had Brock Lesnar come out as a surprise, and win
the Kofi Kingston moment.
Oh, I felt bad for Kofi.
Yeah.
That was a real Icarus flying too close to the sun thing. You know what I mean? It's like, how many times you going to do it?
I'm going to tell you, bro. I'm going to tell you right now. That looked like it hurt like hell. I ain't lying, man. It looked like he crushed his sternum. Even though I know that the barrier there's a padding, but up under that padding is something hard. Okay. It's just not a big bone pad.
Right.
And I tell you, when he hit it, it was like putting on the brakes. It looked like, I said, ow, that looked like that hurt. And it looked like, just from his reaction that it hurt. Just coming off the top rope that was a crazy bump. But those are the moments right there.
It looked like he was going to try to hold on, and his feet weren't supposed to touch. I think it slipped, and what? Yeah. They're like, all right, we got to run with it. You screwed that one up a little bit. But, again, Kofi's done so many amazing Rumble spots. It was bound. It was almost like the odds were against him at this point. You know what I mean? To pull something like that off.
But just think about, like you say, all the ones he was successful on, and then the one that he missed. No one remembers the ones he was successful on. They're gonna remember this one because they didn't get that moment. They didn't get a chance to get that. What we were just talking about a second ago, that euphoria of Kofi. No, he's not out of it yet. He's still in it. Let's see what happens. Those moments right there, man, they're hard to duplicate on a regular. But I tell you, I think for me, the moments in the Rumble for the men was just not enough surprises. Not enough surprises.
I didn't have
just say, for instance, a guy like Wade Barrett. He's down there in NXT, and just imagine if Wade Barrett music would have played, and boom, he came out in the Rumble. Just stuff like that. I thought we needed a little bit more of.
I thought we were going to see X-Pac. I was almost sure of it. I thought we might see Kurt Angle. I thought that those might be moments that we got, but we didn't. We didn't. And I didn't have a problem with who won the Royal Rumble at all. I think that when you saw how here's the thing, and this might just be from my years spinning with you and Kevin and trying to figure out how to put a show together. When I saw that Roman and Rollins was the first match on the show, I was like, oh, Brock's winning the Rumble. Like I knew as soon as because I was like, Roman retains, screws Brock and Bobby. Brock comes in at the end and wins the Rumble. It's the first thing I said when I saw it. So I didn't really have a problem with the winner of the Royal Rumble. I did hear it was supposed to be. Did you hear who it was supposed to be? Who was planned to be?
Riddle, right?
It's going to be Riddle. Yeah, it's going to be Riddle.
Yeah, that's what I was reading. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I was reading as well. Yeah,
that would have been a surprise for me. I would have been genuinely surprised by Matt Riddle winning the Royal Rumble because normally you see the story coming. Right. You're like, okay, who are the three guys who it could be? We thought Big E was a possibility. I thought Brock was a possibility. And those were really all I had for the men's Royal Rumble. One of those two. I did not think Riddle. You know what I mean? And
Riddle, he's highly touted, man. I must say he's very highly touted as far as being, perhaps future world champion in WWE one day. So I can't, me personally, when I read it, I wasn't shocked or surprised or anything like that. I go, yeah, I can see that happen.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could build some to him and Randy, or I don't know, him and Bobby, two MMA guys, kind of going after the title. I could see it, but Brock winning, I didn't have a problem with. Did you care that Brock Lesnar won the Royal Rumble? Did it ruin it for you?
No, you know what? It didn't ruin it for me or anything like that. But like you just said, when you saw the scenario play out from the beginning, you thought one way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of other people thought that way.
Yeah.
And I think that's what maybe took the allure out of it. So yeah, I mean, I can see how people are disappointed and, they didn't get, perhaps what they wanted as far as who they want to see win the Rumble or perhaps how it played out. I get it. I totally get it, but can't hit a home run every time.
You can't. You can't.
I must say that you cannot hit a home run every time, and hard as you try, you're just not going to get it done.
And the thing is, I will say that out of all the matches on the show, because I think we had 5 or 6 matches, that was the men's Rumble was my least favorite. I mean, I thought that there, like you said, there just could have been stuff to juice it up. But can we talk about how awesome Bad Bunny is, real quick?
I'm gonna tell you, Bad Bunny dropped Toho. Looked like he been at reality wrestling school. I'm serious.
It was sensational.
Textbook training, expert tutelage. So I was like, man, this dude look like he knows what he's doing. The dive off the top rope was like effortlessly. I was like, wow, man. This dude really is, on point as far as knowing what the entertainment side of this business is truly all about. Now, I give Bad Bunny like huge props, and anybody that was watching Bad Bunny, if they got anything bad to say about him, they just hate us, man. They just hate us because he did a hell of a job.
Look, man, I want to see Bad Bunny versus Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania. Give me that match.
I don't want to see that. Okay, to hell with that. Hey,
give it to me now.
We going that far right there. I don't want to. Take it to that level right there. But I tell you, Bad Bunny, he did an awesome job for a guy that there again, this is not his realm of expertise, but I tell my students, you don't have to actually know how to do it. You just have to act like you know how to do it and act like you know how to do it very well. And he passed that test right there. So for me, there again, man, great job by Bad Bunny.
Yeah, and hit a destroyer, took a F5 from Brock Lesnar. I mean, the man's awesome. No hate coming from me at all for Bad Bunny in that Royal Rumble match. And you know what? Shane McMahon's back. What'd you think of the Shane return? I know you ran into him somewhere recently.
Yeah, I ran into him at one of the games, one of the baseball games, one of the playoffs games here in Houston, and I was like, "Wow, Shane, what are you doing?" I mean, just hanging out, being a regular guy. Now back in the WWE, I was reading that he may be changing his attitude a little bit since coming back now. So I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how that thing play out. I don't know if you guys saw my little clip on Twitter, but maybe I can give him some pointers if he's planning on being demonic. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well,
And
you're not a
really,
very nice guy. You put
what?
your athletes in harm's way.
Hey man, look here. It's about if you sign the contract, you are obligated to get in that ring and do your job. And like Ernie Ladd say, not just do that job, but do that job well. Okay. But guys, we gotta take a quick break. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.